well, the face of dejection when it comes to losing a particular game, and of course the face of victory. You saw the Super Eagles players celebrating that one like it was the final. And yes, that game was tagged the final before the final. Nigeria against South Africa, 2-1 it ended in favor of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They move on to the next phase, that is the semi-final. And for the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, he said that they have to win 2 more games to bring the trophy home. So we're looking forward to the next game that will be on Sunday. But we'll be talking about grassroots football now and how it can be improved upon. I've got my guest right here on the show, Henry Obinna, and of course is the team owner of Atlantic FC. I mean, let's talk about, let's start off with the team, Atlantic FC. How did you come about this team, and what was the motivation for you to own a football team, knowing the hassles around playing football in Nigeria here?
Yeah, that's a very nice question. Thank you very much. So basically, the team started from a churchyard.
Okay.
I moved into an area on the island, and I was looking for where to train. I didn't see anywhere to train. Coming from Ikeja on the mainland where there's so much football, early in the morning everybody plays football. And I started hearing about this saying that there's no football on the island, because there's no major stadium or no major pitch. All sands and just 7-a-side stuff where people play for fun. And
yeah.
So, well, when I got to start interacting with, trying to see all those, the beach pitch, I was noticing about, there are so many quality footballers that I even tried sponsoring to just go and further your trial, go for trial. Baba, please help me. I'm going for this trial. You sponsor, they go, they come back, they tell you silly questions, silly reasons. The agent did this. The agent, I qualified. My video has been sent to the agency, but because of certain spider web contracts or someone is with their passport, or there's always an issue. There's always one issue that they had to send them back. They don't have the amount of money to give that man, and I can't start giving someone 3 million. You're never certain. So, and I have a philosophy about talent. You don't pay for talent. Anything that has to do with payment is not the right opportunity. So, there are things that are the principles of life. So, I resolved. I was like, okay, I've been playing in this churchyard here. We now moved and found a pitch around the area. I developed it and started putting these guys together to teach them the right philosophy about life using football. I found that and now going into the business properly, or going into that venture properly, I had to read. I started studying about football. Started studying how the whites, the guys that studied English, studied football. What did they do to build it to this capacity, to the capacity they built it that is actually a source of revenue? All they did was just maintain course and did the right thing. And I was like, it's not hard. And Nigeria has the capacity to actually do same, but are there always issues? Why are there always issues? Check it, it's just 4% development from the government in football. And there's no street that you see they don't play football. There are so many talents in Nigeria, Just imagine, only Okocha and Kanu that emerged and disturbed the world, and even likes of Ronaldinho are making references to Okocha. And I don't think their players are better than Okocha and Kanu. If placed on the right track, right organization, and with Nigeria has a good system, I think football can be a major idea for the country. Based on I think we have that love as good as Brazil as well. So, but when I started the team, I was like, I'm going to do this in the right way. If it takes me 10, 15 years, well, how long is it going to take? Because I believe Atlantic FC is actually God's own team. So the concept is God is excellent. It's not about money. It's not about. I just tell the guys they need to just believe in themselves and trust me that let's build platform and capacity. Let's create our opportunities. We started a new team. Most of them wanted to go and do it. I said, leave trials. You don't pursue success. You attract success. And how do you attract success is because by daily preparing yourself and just be prepared. Because the problem is with general society and not just football is people they pursue success. And why you don't pursue success? Because success is just when preparation meets opportunity. So what is your own business is preparation. Preparation is your business. That's when you need to prepare. They say if you stay prepared, you don't have to get. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. But the opportunity part is not our own concern. It's God's concern. So do yours and let God do His. Be prepared for your own opportunity when it comes. Everybody, every man, God in life, the only equal thing God has given everybody is time and chance. So, not money. Everybody has, time is the currency of life. So that's why people say, there are so many philosophies that are wrong, concepts that are wrong, that I also need to just get a group of guys, understand that I actually have a project called God is the Secret to Life, not Law of the Attraction, that people probably know that is the law of the secret, is the secret, universal secret. So I'm like, God is the secret. If you apply right principles in anything you do, I was like, and Nigerians, the only way you can try to start trying to come out, okay, say you want to help to change concepts of understanding is the people want to seek possessions, not confessions.
They want to see first.
See first. So I was like, okay, with Atlantic FC, let me start a project so that when I say it's doable, it's doable. Everybody wants above ground success. Nobody, my mates, young guys, like, nobody wants to do the underground work. Everybody wants to do, once they're above ground, once 2-3 months is not working, try another thing. Stay on it. Yeah. Stay on it. If you keep on hitting, and I keep on trying to tell them, so through the year, through time, and in short, this team is just 6 months old, and we've gained so much traction in Lagos. The idea is to conquer Lagos and Africa. We'll keep on getting it right to fine tune it. I keep on telling them, it's a process. But in the process of what we've gone up, they've been seeing that the principles we talk about, because football is physical. You go, you play, someone likes you, they take you. So the opportunities, I tell them that traveling and opportunities are there, are bound. There's nothing there. In fact, why do you always think that traveling there makes you... there are people playing football there as well. So people don't believe if they get there, the money begins. No, there are people that are playing ball there as well.
Now, I was going to ask, we keep talking about growing from the grassroots, allowing these guys grow from the grassroots till they become superstars, the likes of Ronaldinho, JJ Okocha, like you rightly mentioned, and Kanu Nwankwo. Now, Atlantic FC, since you started, you say you're 6 months old, how have you been able to change the course of these players? And are there competitions that you enroll these players in? Because we know that when these players are idle, they tend to become something else. Some of them become miscreants in the society and all that. But have you enrolled in major competitions to ensure that they have a consistency when it comes to playing football?
Yeah, so the idea is still the same thing. We had to come out, so we have enrolled for major Lagos competitions for the grassroots team, the TREM Cup, and when we're drafted into Surulere League, Regional League, and we have other competition, personal and private and friendly games that we've been engaging with good legs and good teams in the grassroots level. We have plans to actually, because we started, when we're trying to form the team, we lost chances in purchase of forms like the FA and
the FA Cup. So
we're planning for their competitions and some tournaments we've already enrolled in for towards a year, like 3 of them. Stephen Cash's Cup is in Delta, the tournament. There's some other ones we've enrolled in for even the Badagry Coaches Association that's going to happen in Agege Maracana Stadium. So the attention, they need attention. We need the awareness for people to actually notice what we're doing. So people start. So definitely we have to enroll them to where people are seeing football. That's the only thing that is consistent. So
now,
we have
grassroots football, yet again, there was a clip we just showed you. That was the first leg between your team, Atlantic FC, and is it G Foundation?
G Innovation.
G Innovation, yes, G Innovation. Now, the first leg, I saw the game, and I felt like the pitch was in a horrible state. But the players were still able to play on that football pitch. The game ended in a goalless draw. The second leg, there was a heavy rainfall on that day, and the players still played on that pitch, in as much as we had waterlogged patches on the pitch. Now, what is your message to the bodies that handle, because this is a tournament, and I assume it was sanctioned by FIFA, because any football tournament has to be sanctioned by FIFA. Now, what do you have to say to the organizing committee when we have situations like this and it's not being taken care of?
So just again is that problem of excellence. People think excellence is money. Excellence is just putting attention to detail. Imagine a competition this level, TREM competition. That's the stadium pitch. The grass were not even cut. And
that's the NIS training pitch, National Institute for Sports training pitch.
It's not even cut, and they actually collected form. You buy forms. The whole team's about 64 teams. What is it going to take to line the pitch properly for such what is it going to take to actually do the right things? organizing these competitions, they need to understand that let's do it properly. If we're ready to do it, let's do it. Let's put it out there. And again, it's not just about hosting competitions. It's not about just letting these guys scout it. Let's have a global objective. Let's have a Nigerian perspective towards the football. NFF has a direction. So if NFF is sanctioning FIFA through NFF is sanctioning a tournament, they should do due diligence on it. Sure. Make sure it meets certain standards. A competition, there's no 18-yard box that is drawn. A competition, there's
no center circle.
No center circle. Players are confused with linesman when the ball is out of throw. They're arguing, no, it's not yet, so it's not, it doesn't make sense. It even affects the cycle of the game. So just certain things, I believe if certain things are put in place properly, I think it's going to help the game. And again, they should try and make this, they should work with sponsors. It's not about just meeting sponsors to collect money. Meet sponsors that are out there. There's Super Sport, there's DSTV. Find a way to make people see these competitions, drive the promotion so that people can see. Even the look, so many, I train in Ekweariri. There are so many houses around me that they don't even know there's a local team there. But you want to watch Chelsea, you want to watch Man U. So how do we do this? How do you drive traction for people to see what you're doing? That's the only way they can start loving their brother that goes out every morning to go and play. That's how they can start supporting him and start encouraging that young man. He mustn't necessarily be looking for trial. If you follow something true and grow it, I think why is football different? Why are you trying to travel? The same concept. Football is an organization, it's a sport, it's a body. People are still working in banks. They are making so much money. They are not traveling. Some of them travel. Some are different sectors, oil and gas sector. They've stayed there because someone has grown a business in Nigeria and can pay staff. I believe it's possible to grow a proper football standard. Bring Europe down here. Whatever they're doing there, bring it here. With the right partnership for sponsors. And sponsors are open to CSR because it's actually humanity. We can actually position things and do it the right thing, the right way. And these boys don't need to start thinking of traveling. Let them be proud to play for themselves. Even when they are being scouted for, let them be valued. Let them not be giving them peanuts. Let them not tell them, just take them on area and use them to go and just to fulfill entertainment.
Now, this is the penalty kick out between Atlantic FC and G Innovation, the same waterlogged pitch, and yet Atlantic FC got to win this on penalties. There was a scenario that happened before the penalty kicks. We keep talking about match officials, how they behave on and off the pitch, but was not a very, very good sight to behold. And I saw both coaches who are really, really offended with that. Now, away from this now, let's bring it down to education. We say grassroots has to go hand in hand with education. Is there anything you're doing to make sure that these guys are not just footballers? They also have to have some sort of knowledge, academic. When it comes to academics, they have to be good on both sides.
Yeah. So we're working. There's so much there's so much structure I'm trying to put in place because what makes a thing is a culture and system and structure. Just like I said, underground work is enormous. I'm the only person working right now. I'm trying to put a structure before I can even go and meet investors or sponsors because people want to see people only take what you take serious, people take serious. You can't just be hoping to have an idea. So there are very good schemes I have for the guys. By the time we move them to camp, there are some organizations I'm partnering with. Depends on what the guys want to do. Like right now, we are doing skill acquisition we won the cup, Christ Embassy Cup, and most of the players have enrolled for their skill acquisition program for the next 6 weeks. So aside this, I tell them that after football, there's life after football. Sure. You're going to make money eventually from football. What do you plan to do? There's some other things that you have hobbies for. You mustn't necessarily do that business, but if you have an idea about the business, you can start a business. Do you get me? Trying to manage you and it's not just about your football. I want to stay in your life, in your career, to help you know that even your funds are going into the right place, and even how to even start a business. They don't teach these things in school. They don't teach this in our normal education systems. They just teach you man evolved from ape, Darwin. So there are so many. So yes, there are things schemes, even health insurance schemes, HMOs, partnering with, because I'm working on some apps and some other things I'm trying to use to regulate some loopholes in how to handle competitions. So by that we'll bring in even the banks. Most of these guys on the street don't even have account numbers because they just put good system and structure in place. Yeah, in the camp, they have, after training, they have sessions to actually have with based on their level of education, what they want to do. It's not necessarily going to go and read and write, but what education in that aspect they want to do, learn it. The way you're learning football, you can learn a business properly. So yes, that's what we're doing for now. As time goes, I'm sure we'll have better schemes for them.
Very true. Now, your word to, let's talk about the officiating now from this competition. You felt bad that day, but at the end of the day, your team carried the day. But if you had lost, it should have been a pain because you saw it was quite obvious. It was supposed to be about, I think, 40 minutes for both halves, but the first half was played 40 minutes and the second half was played for about 12, 20 minutes, and they gave some absurd reasons. I mean, your reaction to that, we've seen these things happen, not just in what happened on that day your team played. We've seen this happen over and over and over again. I mean, what's your reaction to that?
I see that it as height of laxity and height of complacentness because it doesn't make sense. Why would you play first half? And because the first leg is zeros, second leg, you said, is already zeros, you tell the officials that once it gets to this a particular time, you know, this is the last game, end the match, let them play penalties. What is your reason? Because the officials, a lady that want to go for a church program. I don't understand that reason for why you say they are playing. Is football, even the last second counts. It can change everything. So you just say it gets to this time. So I told them that it doesn't even make sense. So you guys are not even encouraging. Left to me, I don't want. If I had lost, I wouldn't want to come to that competition again. I want to move on, and it's not a good. The team that lost, I don't think we were happy because it was a fair play. Everybody had equal opportunities. True. And if I give us that, it's a game, it's a sport. Everybody, it's a competition. Everybody wants to know that. Good time. I beat you. You didn't beat me. We draw. We'll come back again. But putting down penalties is really a game of one person must have to win. So. I don't think is the attitude for officiating needs to be standard. If you're organizing a competition, let everything just be standard, like the bank said, standard. Standard.
Now, Atlantic FC, the team, the administration, everything. Do you think that you have what it takes to change the face of grassroots football, and hopefully some of these players can actually make it to the professional stand?
Yeah. Now the confidence in. To answer that question is, I'm actually doing God's service, God's work, by, just like says God's own team. How God has been providing for the team, the wisdom, the direction He has been given, the structure so far we have, even the plans to actually change the narrative of Nigerian football. It's Him that has been doing it, and so the confidence is, I'll tell you, yes, I keep telling my players they should get ready for greatness. It's not about don't pray for greatness. This success about what we're doing is guaranteed. Just do the right thing the right way. It might take time. It might not take time, but it's not our business. Our business is to make sure we are doing the right thing. So we have the capacity by the grace of God with structure we have in place. I just got new technical crew. I just got some new administration. Just an administrative office. I have some trying to secure meetings with some major sponsors and investors. So by the time this comes in before the end of the year, I'm very certain by the grace of God that we'll put money into use, because money is a tool, it's not a reward. So we use this to actually build what we can build for these guys to give them a very, very profitable future. And not just about them and their brothers, our children that are going to come. It's a structure.
All right, before, as we wrap up the show, do you want to share your Twitter handles, your handles probably on Instagram for the team?
Okay, so our Instagram handle is Atlantic_FC and our Twitter handle is AtlanticFC2.
Any form of registration?
And the website is www.atlanticfc.net. So no registration for now. It's just come talent.
All right, www.atlanticfc.net. So that's it, and you've heard it all from Henry Obina right here, the team owner for Atlantic FC. And I just wish I could still play football, and I'd have joined up with the team to help grow grassroots football. But we'll keep supporting grassroots, and hopefully one day grassroots football can actually help us groom talents that can grow to become world superstars, world beaters. And yes, both the male and female team can get to win the male World Cup and the female World Cup. I am Udoka Njoko. I hope you enjoyed the package of today's show. Thank you, Henry, for making it to the studio.
Thank you very much.
All right, so we'll come your way again. Keep it locked down to Plus TV Africa, and do enjoy the rest of your day.